everyone, welcome to Fan Confessions. The reason why I'm doing this today is because I just want to have some real talk with you guys, because the past few years, I encourage you guys, give you tips on how to progress with the succulents. And this channel is not just about taking care of succulents and having a collection, because once you have the collection and then you already know how to take care of succulents. For me, it's like we have to keep progressing, because if we just stay in that level or on that level, then there's really no progress. So it's just like being a person, being progressing or improving your character as a person. We also need to improve on the next step, if you will, would have to be something that we're going to advance our with our knowledge and with our experience with succulents. And I take this very seriously. A lot of you also do, because you keep up with what's going on and when I'm updating and all that stuff. And every time I update, it's not just like a regular spring update, regular summer update, or a regular fall update. It's actually updates from my plants just growing and how they grow and how big they grow, because when I started, they're just in little pots, and we really have no idea how much room it will take. What I'm planning for the front of my house is to build a fence, like an iron fence, so that light can still come through, so that I can have, because I have neighborhood dogs and neighborhood cats that come to my yard and just poop and pee and all that, and it's just like really rude. My dog is locked up. She just goes in our backyard. Even when I walk her, I make sure that I let her out first so she can do her business. I don't really care too much about when she pees on the sidewalk and stuff, but poop is a little different. It's like, don't let your dog and your cat out so that they can go around the neighborhood and poop everywhere. That's just rude. That's just being so irresponsible as an animal lover. But anyway, I digress. So what I was thinking about this past few weeks was, I don't want to stay stale in this my whole passion of succulents. I don't want to get into a stale place where I just keep doing the same thing over and over, maybe unboxing and doing all these things. Like, we need to progress somehow, and succulents are not just like a passing phase, because the more it might have been in the beginning, but the more you learn about succulents, the more you love them, the more you learn it, the more they get close. Like, you have a close relationship now. It's just like when you learn about God, you start learning about who he really is, and then you get closer, and then you read about him and all that stuff, and all these little miracles that's happening everywhere in the world. So it's just like succulents. I mean, it is a living thing if you think about it. It's not just something that we take and say, oh, how pretty, put it in an arrangement and sell it, and just have people see like the beauty of it and the uniqueness of it. So I thought that because the way I progress, I want to take you guys with me in my plan on how to progress this passion for succulents. So I thought about it since the Christmas season is coming up, and it's actually at hand. So all those little pots that I've been collecting here and there, and I mean just random ones, but also the pots that I've been getting from different places and buying up from everywhere. I just don't really want to accumulate all that, but they're so cute. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. This is like, just make an arrangement and then sell it and share it with people, and just have an appreciation for the passion that I have. So I decided to gather up all of these little planters, and I'm like, I'm just going to get rid of it and make money off of it, because it's just sitting there. Like, it doesn't really make any sense for it to be sitting around and just collecting dust, or just, you know, taking up space in the garage and all that stuff. So I'm gonna show you what I did, and just this video is going to be a long video. I just wanted to make you aware of that, because if you're gonna be bored, like, I'm so sorry, but this is for those who really are serious about this. And you know, and there's gonna be like stories. I'm gonna tell stories, so, you know, just warning, there's going to be stories. I just know that in my heart I have no bad intention about anybody or anything, but it's just stories and experiences that I've had, and just want to share with you. So this is going to be chismes. Chismes is, in Tagalog, gossip. It's really not gossip about like certain people maybe, but, you know, it's just experiences, just making, you know, stories, like telling you stories of my life or whatever. But anyway, part of that is going and trying to sell these things. And okay, so what I did was I took all these planters and just did my little arrangements, you know, the ones that I teach you guys how to do, like the spillers, the fillers, and the, you know, the fillers, spillers, and thriller. So I used the concept in every planter, and my gosh, they turned out to be so cute. And this is the thing, guys, if you want to make a little bit of money, it's like, it's not a lot, but it's just so fulfilling to see other people just appreciate the things that we do, like the things that we learn, the things that we do, and things that we put together. This is my van. Is like, I just had like all these planters on my van, like going places and just selling them. But you guys, have I shown you my quilt? This is my jean quilt. This is my jean quilt, and these patches are like patches that like remind me of my life. Oh, how cute. Like, I just got some old jeans and made a quilt out of it, and then I just put patches of my life. Like, this is a California patch, cute. And then just like little things that I got from like my jeans, like maybe the tags and stuff like that, like Simply Vera. And but I'll tell you what the best part of this is. This is from my childhood, Pan Am. That's not an airline anymore, but I just got some, like, really, this is like a really cute quilt. And this quilt is, look, that's me. And this quilt, Chupa Chups, and I was trying to say that this quilt is like, this is for real. And what other cute stuff did I put on here? I still have to put my son's firefighter quilt. This is Hawaii. Yeah, it's just cute, but it's pretty big. It's as big as like a shower curtain. Okay, and which is also in the back of it is a shower curtain. Okay, so I sewed this on a shower curtain, and this is going to be like my throw blanket. Like if I wanted to go to on a picnic or something, this is gonna be my throw blanket. And this is the part that's going to touch the grass. My favorite. I love Jesus. And this is what's gonna touch the grass because it's waterproof. So even if there was wet grass or whatever, it's, you know, protected. We're protected. So I also use this to cover the bed of my van, because I put all the plants in here. I sold some plants outside my door, outside my house. I made sure that I put up signs and stuff everywhere, and then I was left with a whole bunch of stuff still, and I really don't know how to market that. But hi guys, and welcome to my sale. Look, I have all these for $3 on this table. Too bad you guys can't be here, all y'all locals. See what I got available. And this is my $2 table. Not a whole bunch, but the Gainura, I have the Gainura available, and all of these little things. $5 table. And then we have the $10 table. The $10 table right here. And my messy garage. Sorry, don't look at my messy garage, please. Then I have this Echeveria for $8, and this is $5. And so I hope and pray that something happens today. I'll take a picture. I'll see you guys later. Okay, here's the one that I'm going to do, a made to order one. $40. Because I am doing this one. This is just a sample, so it's not perfect, but my husband made perfect boxes, and it's called Shoe Bun, and it's handmade, decorating the wood like this. Bye. I did put it on Facebook first and see, like, you know, how it's received, and my gosh guys, they received it. I mean, seriously, I'll show you some pictures. I shouldn't be showing some pictures right now, but they just really received it, and I was so shocked because I have people calling or messaging me on Facebook saying, hey, you know, I want to buy one of your whatever, and I made sure that I had numbers on each picture so that they can identify which one they want, and so and seriously, I've been meeting them down the street at Lucky's, and it's a grocery store for those of you that don't know what Lucky's is, and I've been like, I feel like a drug dealer. I swear. It's like, okay, I'll meet you at Lucky's. I'll be in my Toyota, blah blah blah, you know, and I'll be like at the front, at the door where facing the street, right? And I swear I did this like at least 5 or 6 times, and I felt like, here's your planter, like I'm selling drugs or something. It is hilarious. And sometimes it's at night too because people work, right? So anyway, so hey guys, can you see me? Already in my pajamas. Look, actually my t-shirt that I sleep in, but this, I feel like I'm a drug dealer because the little planters, I put it on Facebook, and people have just been like snapping them up. So I'm like, okay, I don't really want to meet them at my house because, you know, for safety reasons, but Lucky's, the Lucky's grocery store is right by my house, so this is like the meeting place. It's like I've already met like 4 people. One's at the gym, and I feel like, here's your stuff, and then they give me money. I feel like a freaking drug dealer. Oh, let me show you what she ordered. This is like in a kitty cat planter. Okay, so I made money. So after I did all that, you know, because I just wanted to put it out there to see what they're gonna, how it's received, and how people would, if they would even, you know, because a lot of people have been selling stuff on Facebook, and there's a lot of arrangements out there that I've seen, like even plants, like they would sell actual plants. However, it's like, you know, you guys saw my planters. How cute are they? Not only are they cute, it's like the arrangements after I did them, all the colors put together, and the texture and stuff like that. They just loved it. And so, you know, they were buying it up and everything. So I said, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have one at my house. So, you know, outside my garage, I had like a succulent sale. So I had it everywhere. You know, I put it on OfferUp. I put it on. That's it. You guys need to download the app OfferUp. If you guys don't know what that is, it's OfferUp, and it's like a Craigslist in your area. And also the other one is Nextdoor. It's one word, Nextdoor, and that's like people in your neighborhood. So, and it's really good because it's like, if you're talking about, like we were talking about the power outage and stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, the power's out again. Oh yeah, it's out here. It's out in our street and this street and this street. It's really nice. It's like a community just coming together. But more Nextdoor is more like a freebie stuff. You know, when you're selling something, it's like Nextdoor is really not the place to put it. But maybe your Nextdoor will be a little better than mine. Mine is like, there's people coming in and saying, I want free stuff, or here's free stuff, you know, take it. So, but you know, you can take a chance. It's just in my area, it's not, Nextdoor is really not that great of an app, but Facebook is pretty responsive. So I put it out there, and I said, okay, Saturday, blah blah blah, I will sell my stuff, and I'll show you what I've done so far. But so then whatever was left over from that, and then I found other planters still in my garage. So I told myself, I'm going to take this to my mother's town, which is an hour and 15 minutes away. Maybe it's going to be accepted better, or it would be received a little bit better. And so I just take a chance. So last Saturday, which was yesterday actually, I was out there. I was up at 4:30, kid you not, 4:30 I started my day. I went out, and I got there. I posted, my sister helped me post some of the photos and shared it with her friends and whatever. And so I went there and I put my signs everywhere. She told me, like, you kind of have to know like the neighborhood. Okay, maybe you can ask somebody like, hey, you know, how did they receive people selling stuff in this town? Because in my sister's town, you can't post like on the main street. You can't post your poster boards on like the poles, like electrical poles, and or maybe signposts like stop signs and stuff like that. You have to actually have a stand-up sign, which is, my sister said, you can bring a box, like fill it with rocks and stuff so it doesn't blow away, but you can put your signs on there, because otherwise there's a volunteer group that comes around and pulls signs down. So I'm like, wow, you know, I mean, if they pull my sign down, who's gonna know that I'm there, right? So I had, from a long time ago, I had some realtor give me, you know, the actual realtor post stand-up frames, and I've been using those when I was still living where my mother, around the area where my mother lives, like 5-6 years ago. I had more. I had probably 6, and some dude just came around just picking those things up. Like, it's not yours. I mean, you could rip the sign off if you didn't want it, but you just don't take it, you know. So 3. So I'm thinking, with those 3 stand-up frames, you can probably even make one out of wood. Okay, so it's really not that hard. So those they're kind of like metal, so I'm thinking to put a proper wooden sign, you know, like a backing to it, so that every time I use it, all I have to do is staple gun the poster board, or even do something more permanent with really nice letters and stuff. Because I'm also thinking about painting succulents on them, so that you know, so that the sign is a little bit more professional looking. Maybe I'm thinking this is touristy town, right? So I'm thinking making something. So here comes the marketing stuff, guys. You need to learn from me. The marketing stuff is like, if you're at a place where people come to visit, make little things with the name of your town. Like Napa is like the touristy place, you know. I mean, maybe not everybody can do, but I mean, if you're in Europe or Philippines or Asia or something like that, you can totally capitalize, because everybody likes succulents, right? Everybody. I mean, we love succulents. So that's one of the things that I was thinking about, because you know, those little planter things, they can only go so far. And if you're putting, so here's the thing, I said liquidation sale. Why not? Okay, because if you say liquidation, it's a little bit more attractive to people, because like, ooh, it's slashed down prices, right? So you can start that way. That's how I started. And I'm like, and it's just light bulb moment in my head, like liquidation sale. I am liquidating some of these planters that I've been holding on for forever, you know, just to attract these customers, because you want repeat customers. And if they see that your work is good and it's cheap to begin with, they're gonna start saying, hey, you know, maybe, yeah, I can spend a little bit more, because the last time that I got this and that, you know, when I gave it as a gift, they really appreciated it, you know. And that's another thing though, you have to, even if you're selling it for cheap, I would start with, because, and I've done this before, I would start with like going to like garage sales and stuff like that, because garage sales, they would have like 50-cent, well, as long as they're in good condition. You don't want like really ratty stuff, because the quality's not going to be that good. And I don't know, some people really appreciate antique stuff, but not everybody, you know. It has to be the right kind of planter, right kind of antique stuff before they even decide, yeah, it's worth $5, you know. If it looks like it was 50 cents when you bought it, you know, then you have to make up for the niceness of your arrangement. But so that can kind of cancel itself out. That's fine. But if you can find like wholesale, maybe don't put too much money on it, because when I was looking at Alibaba or AliExpress, they have some really nice planters, but it's like you have to buy 1,000 of them. What the heck, you know? It's like, unless you're making big profit, and unless you're like, you got money to blow on it, and you know that it's going to sell, maybe that's not the best idea. Because even those planters that I saw, I went to my mom's, because she's also selling her house, so I went over there, and I just laid out the table for whatever I have left over, and there wasn't really a lot. There was enough, but not a lot, you know. And there were a lot of people that came. Then there are some people that just come and they just love the heck out of it, like us, me and you, and they're just like, oh, I like this, oh, I like this. And if your prices are low enough, you will sell a lot of stuff. So just make sure that you're not cheating yourself, like underpricing yourself, but don't overprice it either. Because my neighbor across the street came over and bought 2 planters from me, and they both each cost $10. And so like something like $10, $5, that's kind of catchy, because it's like boom boom, you know. if I have a 10, I can buy 2. So instead of saying 7, you know, that's kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so 5, 10, 15, 20, you know. So he said that there's a lady selling the same things at the farmer's market down the street, which, granted, farmer's market, Napa, you gotta expect that's a lot. You know, farmer's market's expensive anyway. Even though they say, oh, it's organic, it's like, okay, but is it worth it for me to buy stuff at the farmer's market? I don't know, unless they're at the end of the day and they're just giving it away. So he said that the $10 arrangement that I'm selling, they're selling over there for 30. And are you kidding me? Who in their right mind would buy, even if it's Napa? And it's like, no, I made more money in Oakley than I did here in Napa, to be honest. You know, people who are like working class people, they spend more money. And oh, okay, but I'm not saying that rich people don't spend money. If the quality is really nice, you know, they will. But they're just not out in the farmer's market buying, you know, things to give for gifts and stuff like that. So you kind of have to think about your demographics and how you're going to price your stuff. And you can't really get paid for what you're worth to begin with anyway. So, you know, you just have to cut your losses. And you know, once they start to learn who you are and they know who you are, and you're known, then, you know, slowly but surely you're going to get more and more people who are going to pay the price, you know. But you have to start low, and I think that that's the key to everything. I may be wrong. You may be the type of person that's like, hey, I can sell ice to an Eskimo, you know. That's you. I mean, for me though, I'm very cautious. I'm very like, okay, let me start from the bottom and then work my way up. You have to be consistent. You always have to think innovative stuff. Like, okay, for me, it's like, what's my next step? How am I gonna do this? So again, that's the growth that we're trying to reach in our little passion world of succulents, right? Because it can only go so far. You can only buy so many plants. You can only raise so many plants. It can only give you so much thrill, you know. But the thrill of being able to share it with other people, and also you being able to make money. You're not gonna make money this is my first year doing this, really. If you think about it, this is my first year doing, like, just selling plants online and selling my arrangements on in person. I don't really want to sell my arrangements online yet, because I still have to figure out a way where when you get, you know, you get the full effect of, and the full beauty and the full effect of the arrangement when you get it, instead of having it the soil just thrown all over the place, rocks thrown over the place. I have to figure out how to get that done first, and how to market it so that I also make money and it's not so expensive. So, you know, because I did this before, where I sent an arrangement, and, like, you know, on a normal postal people, mail people, you know, they would take care of your packages. But some people, maybe they're having a bad day, they just threw the thing and it broke. So, like, when it got to my friend, it was like all broken, and it's like, that's the worst kind of thing. It's like, to this day I feel bad, because when it got to him, it was like all over the place, broken, everything. It's like, that's not the type of, you know, reputation that I want. I've ordered stuff before online, and when I got them, it's like all over the place, and that doesn't really look good to me. So I'm trying to figure out a way in order to do that and get to you, like, beautiful, you know what I mean? So that's it, pretty much. So the next video is going to be me making these arrangements, and possibly, I don't know if I should do, it's gonna be long, guys, because I want you to see the full effect and all the stories that I've talked about. And I, you know, I just, this is real talk. Like some of you have told me like you like the repotting and all that, because I, you know, it takes long, and you know, I mean, if you're sitting in the toilet or something, hey, here's the thing, okay? I take long showers sometimes, and because I wash my hair and I put like my conditioner and all that stuff, and I like watching videos while I'm taking a shower. This is so funny. Anyway, but what I do is I put my phone inside a Ziploc bag, and then, and to be honest with you, it works. And then I have like that thing that hangs, the shower caddy, and I put my phone, and I watch, you know, while I'm waiting for my conditioner to, like 5 minutes, you know, like I watch videos like long. So this is what I like long videos for, because I can do that. And like when I'm doing my nails or something, like just listening, you know, like white noise and stuff. So you guys can do that. Toilet, when you're sitting in a toilet. Anyway, that's another thing. But you know, hey, this is real talk, you guys. I feel that you guys are my friends already. so I hope that you learned something from this video. And if you have any questions, just ask. I can give some information if you need information on maybe I missed, or you know, I can just collect your questions and then do another video to answer them. I can do that. I can maybe do a live. Ooh, let's do a live one time. Tell me in the comments when would be the best time, so that we can have a lot of people actually show up for a live. And during that live, I can make these arrangements. How's that? Tomorrow I'm going to San Francisco to see what I can find with regards to new looking planters and stuff, and I'm gonna try to look for planters that I can do arrangements for Christmas. You guys, I'm sorry, like, I mean, if you really want some planters, I can sell them to you, but I just feel kind of bad, like if they get to you and they're like, I mean, and I try, like I've done this before, okay? I've done a couple people, I've sent arrangements, don't get me wrong, and I think you're, so you know who you are, and you're watching, maybe you're watching right now, I hope you are, and maybe leave a comment, you know, but she said that when it got to her, it was fine. So maybe it's a thought, you know, that maybe I'm gonna be able to, actually I'm gonna run to a Michael's and see what they have on sale, because Michael's is kind of different. They have all kinds of different stuff. But you know, if that's something that you might be interested in, I can sell them to you. I don't mind sending a box, but as long as it's not international, please don't make me send something international, because it just takes forever to fill out forms. If I have to fill out forms, I don't know, and then it's so expensive, you guys. So let me know after you watch this video and see if you like it, you like them, and we'll see. Like, and you know what else, guys? Oh my gosh, I'm just chock full of freaking ideas for you guys. Like, and I also want to do this. I want to do, like, once I make the fence and I turn this whole, and I'll show you. I hope you can see it. See? Do you see that? Do you see that? That whole front yard I want to turn into a succulent garden, okay? But the thing about it is I don't want people trying to get into it. I haven't decided yet, because I don't have a lot of money to spend on this, but I do want to turn this whole front yard into a succulent oasis. That's just my dream, I feel. I have to be 100%. I have to lose weight. I have to be 100% muscle girl, okay? So that I don't feel like pain on my body just for gardening for 3 hours, okay? So yeah, so that's my plan. So I hope you guys bear with me and be healthy with me. You know, just be the best person that you are. Just be the best physical and best physical shape that you can be, so that, you know, you can do whatever you want to do that you've always been planning to do and wanting to do. And you know, it takes a little bit. I will admit it takes a little bit, but with faith and perseverance, we can do this. Okay, guys? So the next video is, I guess, please, if you don't like long-winded videos, this video is not for you. It's for the ones who can take a shower while watching. And anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Bye, guys. Love you. Mwah.
One day or day one, you decide.